exciting is it to bring the Wheel of Time to like audiences now? It's so close.
It's been a long time. It feels like decades, given that we shot it in 2019 and then COVID, stopped us for a while. But so we're very, very excited to finally premiere it.
It's such an astonishing show, and you've done such a great job at bringing it to life. How difficult is it? Because there's so many fractions, so many like sides and characters to keep an eye on. How difficult is it bringing that to life?
I mean, you have to really pay attention to detail, like the decisions that you have to make at the beginning of a show when you create the world, like there's so many departments, like costumes, makeup, and production design that you all have to bring together, But working closely with Rafe Judkins, who knows this world inside out, we were able to just, team up in a way that we could give all the departments clear directions on how this world should be.
Absolutely. And what is so fascinating and wonderful about this show is that it really centres on the friendships and the relationships at the core of it. How important was it, and how did you develop that with the cast?
Well, you need to find, I think, a cast that is sympathetic to each other from the very beginning, and they are all just great, amazing people, so it was kind of easy, to have that great chemistry between all the characters. And then, of course, I think as actors, if you play the scenes and you become the characters, it just naturally happens that these characters create a bond, not just on screen, but also off screen.
Absolutely. And is there an episode that you're pretty proud of directing and one that's going to make everyone go, oh my God, look what's happening?
Well, I'm definitely, I think, proud of directing the pilot because that establishes the world. And I think Rafe really surprises us with his writing because it ends with quite a big boom, which is unusual for a pilot. And so I don't want to say more than that, not to give anything away.
Amazing. And finally, this is such a show about women power and like the Wheel of Time and sharing power between women and men and getting more female directors behind the camera and getting them to do shows like this. How does that feel to be like on that kind of precipice?
Well, that just feels like all I want to say, it's about time, and especially, like when it comes to really, really big shows, because I think there was always this prejudice like women can't handle something really big or women can't handle action or violence or battles or whatever. And I'm just thinking like, well, take a look at the Wheel of Time, and that's not the only example of, I think great work that female directors are doing these days. And I don't want to pat myself on the shoulder, but just, it's all about opportunity. For us, it's like, we women just need to be given the opportunity to show that we are capable of doing these things. So I'm very grateful that Rafe Judkins had the faith in me that I will be able to deliver this for him.
Absolutely, and absolutely pat yourself on the shoulder because it's incredible, and like in the pilot blew me away. So well done and congratulations. Thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey